Adding and subtracting rational expressions with different denominators. So let's just get into some examples. I think these are easier to see once we start working problems. So 2 over 3x plus 7 over 4x. So first off, we need to find a common denominator to be able to add fractions. So between 3x and 4x, the common denominator would be 12x. So I'm going to put common denominator 12x. To make 3x become a 12x, we need to multiply it by 4, but we need to do it to the top and bottom. To make 4x become 12x, we need to multiply it by 3. So we get 8 over 12x plus 21 over 12x, and now we can add them to get 29 over 12x. And this does not reduce any further, so that would be our final answer. Three over z minus 6 over z minus 5. Common denominator, z minus 5. So I need to multiply this one by z minus 5 to top and bottom, and I need to multiply this one by z. So our new fraction becomes 3z minus 15 over z minus 5 minus 6z over z minus 5. So I get a combine of 3z minus 6z, or negative 3z. Negative 15 doesn't have anything to combine with, all over z minus 5. But you'll notice something. If I factor out a negative 3 from the top, I get z plus 5 over z minus 5. So you could write it as either way. Sometimes it's good to factor out a common because there's a chance these might have matched and would have canceled, but since they don't match, they don't cancel, and we can write the answer as either format, this or that. Third example, 18x plus 7 all over 4x plus 5 minus 2x minus 13 all over 4x plus 5. In this case, they already both have the same denominator. The key thing though is to remember that this minus applies to this whole thing. So it actually distributes to each piece. So I get 8x minus 2x, which is 6x. 7 minus a negative 13 is plus 13. So I get plus 20 all over 4x plus 5. Factoring out a 2 on top leaves me with 3x plus 10 all over 4x plus 5. It's good just to check and see if there is any difference. Oops. And see, there I go making a mistake again. 18 minus 2, which is 16. Gotta watch out for the negatives. So when I factor the 2 out, we should really pull out 4 now and get 4x plus 5. So they cancel, and my final answer is 4. So you gotta watch out for its positive and negative signs, and to make sure you read the full number right. Always good to double check yourself. So say for example, we were given 5 over x minus 3 plus 5 over x plus 3. Common denominator would be x minus 3, x plus 3. So we'll end up with timesing this one by x plus 3 to top and bottom, and timesing this one by x minus 3 to top and bottom. So this one becomes 5x plus 15 over x plus 3, x minus 3. And this one becomes 5x minus 15 all over x plus 3, x minus 3. 5x plus 5x is 10x. 15 minus 15 is 0. So I get 10x all over x plus 3, x minus 3. T all over t minus 9 plus 2 all over 9 minus t. And actually, what we can do is if we times -1 the top and bottom on this fraction, we get t all over t minus 9 plus -2 all over t minus 9. So adding them together, t minus 2 all over t minus 9. So our common was there all along, it just needed to be manipulated a little bit. And if I want to switch the signs and where they're at, times it by -1 is a really good option. Six y minus 18 all over y minus 3 minus y over y minus 3. Plus 3 all over y minus 3. So I already have the common, so we would say, okay, 6y minus y is 5y, -18 plus 3 is -15, all over y minus 3. Factor out of 5 leaves me with y minus 3, all over y minus 3. 5 over y. T minus 1 all over t squared minus 2t minus 8 minus 2t plus 3 all over t squared plus 3t plus 2. So to get the common, I'm going to have to know what are these two factored to become. So this one factors to become t minus 4, t plus 2. And this one factors to become t plus 2, t plus 1. So notice, this guy needs the t minus 4 from the other fraction, and this one needs the t plus 1. So I'm going to rewrite, so we have putting these in parentheses, our new denominator with the factored form is t minus 4, t plus 2, t plus 1, minus t minus 4, t plus 2, t plus 1. Distributing or foiling to the first guy, I get t squared minus t plus t minus 1 minus, remember that minus applies to the whole thing, 2t squared minus 8t plus 3t minus 12. So now making it into one fraction, t minus 4, t plus 2, t plus 1. T squared minus 2t squared is negative t squared. Negative t plus t. These two combine to make negative 5t in here, but we have minus negative 5t, so plus 5t. Excuse me. Negative 1 minus negative 12 makes plus 12, or plus 11. So this would be our final answer. One last example. If I have 2 all over m squared minus 6m plus 9 plus 4 all over m squared plus m minus 12. Writing these in factored form, I get 2 all over m minus 3, m minus 3, plus 4 all over m plus 4, m minus 3. So our common needs to have 2 of these and that guy. So this one is missing one of the m minus 3's, and this one over here is missing an m plus 4. So 2 times m plus 4 is 2m plus 8 all over m plus 4, and I'm going to write it as m minus 3 squared because there's 2 of them. 4m minus 12 when you times that to the top, and you have the same denominator. So I can say 2m plus 4m, 6m, 8 plus a negative 12 is negative 4, and because of that common, we have that same denominator.